As Catholics across the country are debating immigration, what is the official teaching of the Church? Today is Tuesday, February 11th. From Ave Maria Radio, this is Michigan Mornings. Good morning from Ishpeming. I'm Matthew Handley. Today is the memorial of Our Lady of Lourdes. Let's begin with this news. In an effort to pay for her $3 billion road plan, Governor Gretchen Whitmer is calling for new taxes on corporations and marijuana. Though she announced the plan, she did not provide many details or whether the state would raise the 6% corporate income tax. She says that corporate tax is targeted at big tech industries such as Amazon, who use heavyweight semi-trucks which deteriorate roads faster. Michigan has some of the highest truck weight limits in the country, but lawmakers have shown little interest in adjusting those limits. The tax on marijuana would be an additional 32% wholesale tax, which would match the tax rate on that product to cigarettes and other tobacco products. Last week, the governor's office also called for an additional tax on vape products and pouches. Detroit Mayor Mike Duggan is naming former Deputy Mayor Todd Bettison as his choice for the next Detroit police chief. Duggan said Bettison demonstrated his abilities while serving as the interim chief and as deputy mayor. The city council will need to approve the decision. The Detroit Board of Commissioners submitted Bettison, the former Denver chief of police Joel Fitzgerald, and Chicago Criminal Network Group commander Joshua Wallace as their finalists last week. The group Justice for Otsego is receiving a $500,000 grant to study pollution-linked health issues in that West Michigan community. The group was founded in 2018 by sisters Betsy Peterson and Mary Zach after Zach was diagnosed at 17 with ovarian cancer, and they are working with Michigan State University's Toxic Action Lab.
To date, we have over 1,000, and she just started to uncover all these rare forms of cancer, hundreds of different kinds of rare cancers, which it's not normal for a town of 4,000 people.
In 2018, the U.S. Environmental Protection Agency finished cleaning up PCB-contaminated soil in the Kalamazoo River near the Otsego Dam. Additionally, landfills and the old paper mills are marked as areas of interest. Cable TV subscriptions in Michigan continued to fall last year as viewers turned elsewhere for news, sports, and entertainment. Nearly 190,000 customers cut the cord. That's about a 15% decline. The Michigan Public Service Commission says there are now just 1.1 million cable TV subscribers in the state, which is less than half of the number of subscribers in 2015. And Michigan State basketball coach Tom Izzo has tied Indiana's Bob Knight with 353 Big Ten wins. He has a Big Ten win-loss record of 352 to 172 and an overall record of 725 and 299. This is Michigan Mornings.
The leading Catholic voices are on EWTN Radio.
We want listeners to see that God has a unique and unrepeatable plan for their lives and how to rejoice in the work God's doing in their hearts and in their homes.
God wants to set us free to live more abundantly. More to Life explores what that really looks like, living it out in our everyday life and relationships.
More to Life with Dr. Greg and Lisa Popchak.
In Detroit today, we're looking at mostly cloudy skies with a high near 29. Tonight will be mostly cloudy with lows dipping to 18. Tomorrow, we can expect snow in the afternoon. We won't see more than about an inch, though. Our high will be 30. Thursday will be mostly cloudy with a high near 29, and Friday will be mostly sunny with a temperature near 25. You're listening to Michigan Mornings from Ave Maria Radio. We're looking at mostly cloudy skies today in Saginaw with a high near 24. Tonight, the clouds stick around and our low will drop to 12. On Wednesday, we can expect snow in the afternoon as well as a winter storm watch, although we probably won't see more than an inch. Our high will be 24. Thursday will be partly sunny with a high near 26, and Friday will be mostly sunny with a temperature near 24. I have an obituary to bring to your attention this morning. Bishop Mar Sarhad Jammo of the Chaldean Catholic Church passed away on Tuesday of last week in San Diego, California. Bishop Sarhad served as the parochial vicar and pastor at the Mother of God Church in Southfield in 1980 and was later assigned to St. Joseph Parish in Troy in 1991. In 2002, Pope St. John Paul II approved his election as bishop to the newly established Arch-Epharchy of St. Peter the Apostle in California. Requiescat in Pace. Welcome back to Michigan Mornings. I'm Matthew Handley. A number of bishops have spoken out in various ways on the recent executive actions on immigration, including our bishops here in Michigan. Dr. Thomas D. Williams, author of Who is My Neighbor, joined Teresa Tomeo on Catholic Connection to discuss the Catholic debate on immigration.
We just had a fantastic statement, honestly, from the Bishop of Arlington, Virginia, just this past week, saying that there's no reason why law enforcement enforcing border regulations has to be in contrast with respect for human dignity. It just has to be done in the right way. Basically saying that these principles are not in contradiction with one another. Respecting the dignity of people does not mean open borders. It doesn't just opening your doors and letting anybody come in. On the other hand, regulating borders does not mean just treating people like animals. You treat them with dignity and respect, but you have them obey the laws. And I think that that's a great way for Catholics to look at it, that it is a prudential judgment. And you know, no one is expecting Catholics to be supportive of open borders because that's simply not part of Catholic teaching.
Seems like some organizations are for open borders, even within the Catholic Church, and that's what's confusing for people.
Well, I think that that's what people have been finding troubling, and I think that that does not honestly reflect. I mean, people can be, if somebody wants to be in favor of open borders, they can hold that position, but they can't appropriate for themselves Catholic teaching behind that and saying this is the Catholic position, because that it's not. If we read the Catechism of the Catholic Church, it talks about the right of governments to have regulated borders and to know who is coming and going and to restrict that in the ways that they deem prudent. So I think there is a very, very strong case to be made for being very stern with illegal immigration, at the same time being very welcoming and being, you know, loving the stranger and loving the persons who are different from us.
You can hear more conversations like that on Catholic Connection coming up today at 8 a.m. I'm Matthew Handley. That's going to do it for this edition of Michigan Mornings on a Tuesday. Lord willing, I'll talk to you again tomorrow. Until then, goodbye.